Hello to everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning in to Five Chicks in a Bottle. Scales like to walk alongside of you in your health and wellness journey and help to educate you about Young Living products. The reason we choose Young Living products is because of their seed to seal guarantee. It is very important when you're selecting your essential oils. So please visit seedtoseal.com and find out the facts and the information that makes it so important to choose Young Living essential oils. So tonight we have a fan favorite oil to talk about. It is called Digise. I think it's probably one of the most commonly mispronounced oils out there. I hear a lot of different ways people say. This is a very special blend that Dr. Gary Young has created for us, and it is amazing. It has a lot of essential oils packed into this blend. So I'm going to read them off to you so I don't forget any. Anise, fennel, ginger, juniper, lemongrass, patchouli, peppermint, and tarra. Okay, that is like a jam-packed venue of oils. And think about all of these oils and what they do for our systems, right? So ginger, anise, fennel, those are all known for soothing our stomach, right? You see the little ginger chews that they offer, peppermint candies. There's a reason that people give you peppermint after you eat dinner. That is all to support our digestive system and our stomach. So I know that you guys are going to have some great uses for this today, but Digise is a wonderful blend, and I cannot wait to hear what you all use it for. I use it daily, so I'm interested in finding out some new ways to use it. So does anyone want to get us started here?
I would. Okay, you're welcome. One of my favorite ways to use Digise is after a big meal and right before bed. So have you ever indulged like a little bit too much and you kind of felt like crummy and your belly hurt?
Never.
No.
I know. Allison, I love how you say it like that just never happens, that we indulge too much.
No, like, okay, eating all of the Halloween candy. Did anybody do that? Raise your hand if you ate all the Halloween candy. Anyway,
I haven't finished it yet, but I ate quite a bit.
We are in the process of making it disappear and going into our stomachs. So one of my favorite ways to use Digise is in my belly button when I have eaten a lot of food.
Yep.
Yes, I said inside of my belly button. I put a drop directly on my belly button, and I have been known to lay on the floor, put the drop, and just leave it there for a couple minutes to sort of let it like whoosh on all over
Soak in.
Yep, let it all soak in right through my belly button. But the interesting thing about it is that normally I do it when I've eaten a lot of food. When I've eaten something like super spicy, something even like lots of pasta, lots of like tomato sauce, lots of acidic stuff. There's something about a really heavy meal combined with maybe something that I'm not used to eating a lot of, and it really upsets my stomach. And so much so to the point where it's kind of like I can't move. I kind of feel like very sluggish. This stuff is amazing. I have also heard, this is going to be a TMI for you guys. I have also heard that, I think you guys might know what I'm about to say. Depending on the direction, you can put this on your belly and you can put it certain directions to help things either slow down or move out. And so if you are having some belly discomfort, Digise is your jam. I can't believe that I've just admitted all of those things while we are going to be sharing this with the world, but
educational forum. We're supposed to be sharing these wonderful things. Our body goes in it.
Everybody poops. So what's the big deal, right?
Right. Come out.
Anyways, that's how I use Digise on my belly button after I've had a really big meal.
It works very quickly too, don't you think, Allison? Like within, I feel like just a couple of minutes, you start to feel the relief.
Oh, for sure. It's instantaneous. No, it's not instantaneous because like Panaway, I feel like Panaway is instantaneous. I rub it on, I can immediately start to feel that menthol. Digize, it almost needs to like soak in and like do its thing. And then you start to feel, it's like you slowly start to feel that like less nauseous, less discomfort. But it's a great one. We always travel with this, especially with little kids with like new foods and, you know, tough on their bellies and stuff like that.
Belly aches. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The fact that you put it in your belly button. Oh, I'm sorry, Deanna, you go. I was just gonna say, the fact that you put it in your belly button, that's got the most vessels right there. So it's absorbing quickly. It's right.
Ooh.
It's immediate in there. Yep. Lower digestion. Go on, Deanna. I apologize.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking if it works that well after a big heavy meal, think about what this can do prior to a few too many mini candy bars or the Thanksgiving feast that a lot of us will be having, hopefully, with our families this year. So I think that'd be great.
That's a good idea.
I have to say though, and admit that this, out of all of my essential oils, this one is my least favorite smelling. And I think for me, it's because of the fennel. So that black licorice is just too strong of an aroma for me to wear or diffuse. So this one, the Digitalized Vitality specifically, is what we use mostly or all internally, or I guess topically, like the belly button example Allison had given. But I have a 6-year-old nephew who was, and I say was, a thumbsucker. And about 5-6 months ago, my sister was really looking for a permanent solution to help my nephew stop sucking his thumb. So after a little research and making sure that this is safe for children, and it is, like Allison had mentioned, we decided to start putting this on my nephew's thumb. And having him rub it in between both thumbs as he was sitting on the couch after school watching TV, kind of right before bed when he would get sleepy and the most tired, and that's when he tended to suck his thumb the most. And he did not like the taste of this on his thumb, but I am so happy to report he is no longer a thumb sucker. And it was like two birds with one stone, really. We helped him stop sucking his thumb and also promoted that healthy digestion when he did happen to ingest a little bit of it.
Your sister had to be so happy with that.
Oh, she was. My brother-in-law too. Like, it was, especially because of all of, the germs and everything that he's picking up at school now. And, it's just, it's really helped not only break the bad habit of sucking the thumb, but in turn, he's not bringing, getting those germs and bringing those germs into his body. So
that's awesome.
I'm going to have to remember that because Stella, I'm not making her quit yet. She's only a year, but at some point I'm going to have to put an end to the thumb sucking. So I'll have to remember the Digize check.
That's a huge win for moms, that tip right there.
And I think what my brother-in-law and my sister liked about this is my nephew got to a point where he would catch himself sucking his thumb and he would actually go to the kitchen. He would take the lid off, and we told him to just put his thumb over, turn it upside down, and then rub the little bit of oil that was on there in between. And we, sitting back and watching him, we would catch him just putting his thumb up to his mouth, but smelling the aroma of that and associating it with the unpleasant black licorice kind of fennel taste to a 6-year-old totally deterred him from even wanting to suck his thumb. So
yeah, that's great. I love that story. That's awesome.
Yeah. And as an adult, again, not my most favorite to oil to smell, but when I can't smell and I'm so stuffed up from allergies or sinuses, just simply rubbing a little bit of the Digize across your sinuses and the areas of congestion makes all the difference between taking deep breaths and breathing clearly and not. So love it.
Lindsay, I have to ask, are you not as bothered by Digize as maybe like other people having had babies fairly recently and having had Digize available to you? And then also using fennel to help support milk production?
So I actually was going to share that I use Digize as a dietary supplement, especially when I'm like on the road or out and about. It's not as easy to pack up all of my vitamins. So I will just take the Digize with me and add 2 or 3 drops of it to my water. If I am home, you can add it to honey. I'm not packing up my honey with me. And take that as an immune boosting dietary supplement. But also, if you are a nursing mama, the fennel in it does help your milk production. So taking that regularly helps to increase your milk supply.
I wish I had these when my kids were little. That would have been such a wonderful thing for me.
I feel like I used Digize a lot during my pregnancy and then after. And I think that the smell of the fennel and the smell of the anise and the smell of the ginger didn't bother me as much because I was using it for like nausea and stuff like that, where I was feeling like a lot of discomfort while I was going through my pregnancy. But then to know it has fennel, I didn't love the smell of fennel, but knowing that it helps support my milk production, it's like a smell that sort of grew on me. So I think Digize might be like one of my more favorite smells.
It's funny because they say your body knows what it needs, and when you're pregnant, you're not supposed to use a lot of peppermint, and especially if you're nursing, because it does the opposite of fennel. So it's going to reduce your milk supply. And I have a hard time with peppermint. Like peppermint makes me, I know it's supposed to be like the anti-queasy, but it actually is. It's a mint, like peppermint. Who doesn't like it? Me, which is so strange, but I've never disliked it. I dislike Digize, but it's almost like my body knows what I'm needing, what I'm not needing, and reacting to it.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's a good time to bring this up too. I want to just share really quick is remember a lot of things have fragrance in them. So if you are adverse to patchouli, let's say, which I was for many years, I did not like the smell of patchouli. It is a fragrance that is out there. But when you are smelling true plant-based patchouli from Young Living with nothing added to it, no fragrances, it actually smells pretty good. So I always recommend to people, like if they do not like the smell of something, to still go ahead and try the Young Living smell, because it is amazing how different something that is not a synthetic fragrance smells like. It is amazing to me. So just if you're thinking, ooh, I don't like the smell of anise, or I don't like the smell of lemongrass, give it a try anyways, because you'd be surprised. We're just so used to smelling synthetics that we don't even really know what the real plant smells like. So
yeah.
Sorry, Lynn.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry. But I'm like Allison. I kind of like this. I like Digize. I remember, Michelle, when you first, when you first were talking to me about oils, you talked about how there's this one oil you can't stand, and you would put it in little capsules to help you because it helped you so well with your digestion. And so I was afraid of Digize for just a little bit because of that. I know. So I'm like, and I'm smelling it. I'm like, I mean, it's not bad. I absolutely love fennel. I have the 15 ml of fennel. Like I love fennel, and I love anise. I mean, we put anise in our cookies at Christmas. I mean, I grew up with anise. I like licorice. That's probably why. So like where Allison, you put it on your belly button. It kind of helps you with your lower GI issues. You're going out the route, but there. I'll put it right in my mouth. I mean, you could put it on your tongue, but like I showed in peppermint as well, I just put a drop on the back of my hand, and I'll just lick it. And this way it gets to that upper GI issues, And
love that tip, Lynn. Love
so
it.
it just calms it right on down the minute it's going down. There's also a friend of mine who's got GERD, which is I'm sure you've all heard of it, gastroesophageal reflux, the old reflux that comes up. And they'll put about 5 drops of this in honey. You were talking about honey, Lindsay, and I don't know if that's what you use it for, but it's the first I really heard about putting Digise with the honey. I've done these with the honey. I never really thought about Digise with the honey, but they do the 5 drops of the Digise with the honey and take that every night. And his GERD is pretty much, you know, it's
that's a great success story. Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, we love it.
Must be a family thing.
So if you, what's that?
That it must be a family thing that she and I like that don't wear.
Right. So if you enjoyed all of the tips and tricks we gave you today about Digise, and you'd like to learn more about Young Living products and essential oils, we would just really highly encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to our 5 Chicks in a Bottle YouTube channel. And then also, if you click that little bell that's right next to it, that allows you to get the notification. So every time there's a new video that we upload to YouTube, you'll be able to get notified right away that that new video is there. And also, if you're not already working with someone and you'd love to join our Oily Love team, 5 Chicks in a Bottle is all about educating and walking alongside of you in your health and wellness journey, and we'd love for you to join our team. So we again are 5 Chicks in a Bottle at gmail.com, and the word 5 is spelled out. So please go ahead and email us, and we'd be happy to help you out and answer any questions you have.
Love to have you on Oily Love.
Have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Okay.